And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you're in. That's right, I'm back. I know, it's been a while, hasn't it? Good. I wanted you guys to kind of miss me. Did you miss me? Did you miss my content? The video game walkthroughs? I bet you did. Well, it's good to be back. Alright, so, before we get to the official title of this, I figure there were two trailers. Oh, really, one trailer I kind of wanted to be extensive about before I talk about the main title of this video. That's why you click on this video, to hear what I'm saying, to give my opinion, and to do some meta commentary. That's kind of the whole stick. Anyway, let's begin. Alright, so a new trailer, I don't know if it was yesterday, or if it was this week. I think it was this week. Another trailer dropped for Hellblade. Well, let me say the official title. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, coming on the Xbox Game Pass on May 21st, on the Xbox Series X and S, PC, and Cloud. Oh, you lucky sons of guns. That's all I'm gonna say. And I had the first one. I hope this game comes to PlayStation. I really do. But, you lucky son of a biscuit. It's a narrative-driven game that just looks fantastic. Everything I've been seeing since the reveal trailer to where we're at now, and the game comes out in, my gosh, 5 days. I think one flaw it's going to have, because I've been hearing rumors about it's going to be about its frame rate, but I have no doubt that this game will. I don't think it'll win Game of the Year. I would be genuinely surprised. But I think it's improving stuff from the first game. And I played a good chunk of the first game. I haven't beaten it, but I've been impressed with the first game. I give all the rave reviews for the first game. The first game got rave reviews and all the compliments you can think of. It freaking rocked, and it deservedly so. Oh, it so did. So I have no doubt that the second one is going to slap and have all the drift and all the rave reviews. Just from what I've seen, and I'll try to make this short. It looked legit good. It looked fun. It looked good and it looked fun. Oh, I have been hearing so many great things about it. It could suck, but I don't know. I have a good feeling of this one. Well, anyway, so I'll read a little bit from Xbox, and then we'll talk about the trailer, and then we'll get to the main title of it. The main title of this video. Sound good? Sound good. Alright, so reading from the actual pre-order, the Xbox website about this, because I couldn't find the main website because that would take time. The sequel to the award-winning Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. I played it. It is award-winning, understandably. Senua returns on a brutal journey of survival through the myth and torment of Viking Iceland. Very, very much approval. Okay, so in big bold letters, Senua returns on a brutal saga of survival. Very accurate. Intent on saving those who have fallen victim to the horrors of tyranny, Senua faces a battle of overcoming the darkness within and without. See, deep into the next chapter of Senua's story, a crafty experience told through cinematic immersion, beautifully realized visual, and encapsulating sound. Oh, absolutely. You're looking at the Xbox Pass, you see, I think this is Assassin's Creed Valhalla, definitely a NFL sports game, and pretty much Senua's being surrounded by a bunch of hands to emphasize her schizophrenia. And then in terms of the game's features, Senua's story continues because this is a sequel to the first game. Play the first game if you don't want any spoilers for the sequel, but this is a sequel, so major spoilers. Senua returns to the brutal journey of survival, and wait, this is the same thing I was reading. And the crafted experience of cinematic immersion, seek deep into Senua's world and story with beautiful realized visuals and encapsulating sound. Oh, very much so. Senua's unique perspective. Experience the world through Senua's ears and eyes as a Celtic warrior who's experienced psychosis, schizophrenia. And the developers, Ninja Theory, was it Ninja Theory who did this one? I think they did. Well, anyway, I know they did the research of actual psychosis, and actually, I think they collaborated with the actual psychologist. I don't know who it is, but I'm curious about the behind the scenes, and so when I finished the first game, I am looking at the behind the scenes, because I don't want to look at the behind the scenes because it'd be spoiler alert. So yeah, I want to do a blind playthrough, which I'm working on. I gotta finish that game quick. Journey into Viking Iceland, an epic journey across 10th century Iceland, recreated from real locations in stunning detail. Oh yes, they did their research. Just the fact that they employed a psychologist and the fact that it almost looked very real in the first game, I don't doubt that. Every fight tells a story. Brutal and visceral, comeback as Senua battles for survival. And then it talks about Ninja Theory, about where the journey began. So, the main thing is, the game is going to kick so much can and play the first game to catch up. That's all I gotta say about that too. Alright, so the next topic of the video. So, who's seen the Assassin's Creed Shadows walkthrough? You know, all the time that we've been asking Ubisoft, like, is Assassin's Creed going to be in Japan yet? Is it going to be in Japan? I mean, it was in China, it was in Baghdad, it was definitely in France, definitely in England, definitely in Greece, and Egypt. But, you know, we didn't get Japan for decades. Well, I guess not really decades, but it was for a while. It was a while. And now we have it. And people are pissed. I've seen a few trailers just to kind of get you the gist of it, but of course I watched the trailer because, well, one thing, I didn't even know that Assassin's Creed Shadows in Japan, or Assassin's Creed in Japan, dropped yesterday. Am I out of the loop? No, I just... let me put it this way. Do I like Assassin's Creed franchise still? Yeah, I do, but Assassin's Creed have ridden Ubisoft has ridden themselves in a corner with that franchise. Just like the Division, even though the Division, there was supposed to be a free-to-play Division supposed to be coming out, that's canceled. Thank you, Ubisoft, for dashing our expectations of you again. Just another... You just kind of proved that Ubisoft, you don't know what you're doing. You're just all about, you got to have money! I know, I did it differently this time. I just really wanted to emphasize the point of they gotta have money. It's Ubisoft. What do you expect? They've been wanting money since they got pretty much the high of Assassin's Creed 2. What do you expect? Okay, well, besides that Division joke of how they divided, I guess the Division is with Assassin's Creed Shadow. Anyway, that joke aside. So, okay. I'm on the main website too because I watched another video just to kind of get their perspective of the good and bad of Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's fair. So we know it's coming out on November 15th. Kind of surprised. But it's not too surprising because there used to be an Assassin's Creed game every year, but they stopped having an Assassin's Creed game every year because people were getting pissed because they were doing... What's the word? They were doing quantity instead of quality. You know the expression. And Assassin's Creed Mirage much? Assassin's Creed... Not Syndicate. I like Syndicate. Assassin's Creed Rogue. Assassin's Creed... Oh gosh, that one in the fridge. That, I forgot what it's called. Oh yeah, Assassin's Creed Unity. That one sucked too. Yeah, Assassin's Creed has just been in a topsy-turvy of a roller coaster of good games and bad games. Yeah, they peaked by Assassin's Creed 4, and then their quality has been kind of like, yeah, roller coaster. Going up, going down, going up, going up, down. Okay, so I can see, you know why people are really mad? It's Yosuke. It's either pronounced Yosuke or Yosuke in some interpretations, and according to the trailer too, behind the scenes, describing Yosuke and Naue. I know I'm going to probably butcher her name pronunciation, but hey, I'm doing the best I can. But people are really mad about Yosuke being a black samurai. And I'll actually read a little history because, yeah, I figure, hey, I heard about the character just historically. I know he actually exists. But in terms of him being a black samurai, a lot of Hollywood interpretations and media, including the anime, Netflix anime that I've seen, that they made him a black samurai, which in fact, he was not a black samurai. When I looked up historical too, did that detract and make me avoid watching it because of historical accuracy? No, I watched the show because I was curious. Well, anyway, in terms of Wikipedia, I have to use Wikipedia. That's my go-to source of giving us a brief synopsis. It's not 100% true. Absolutely, it's Wikipedia. No, go ahead and look for an actual glossary or historical document describing Yasuke. But of course, it's based on people who wrote the article themselves. Is it 100% true? No. But is it accurate? I mean, it's up to the person who wrote it. It's up to your interpretation, too. Well, anyway. So, Yasuke, African retainer of Oda Nobunaga. Yasuke was a man likely of African origin who served as a servant and retainer to the Japanese, I'm going to butcher this, Daimyo Oda Nobunaga in 1581-1582 during the Sengoku period. I know I butchered that. He was retained by the Daimyo as a kasho, I know I probably butchered that, for a period of 15 months until Nobunaga's death in the Honnoji incident. Well, obviously my pronunciation was probably off, but yeah. So pretty much all the media of trying to portray him as a black samurai is completely false. I can actually agree with that. But people are really, really butthurt that they are trying to put him as a black samurai. They're like, he's not a black samurai! He was an African retainer, and he didn't go to the country of his own volition, he was brought as a slave. That's actually part historically wise, as we also look through like historical documents, that's true. And even Wikipedia and any other historical documents would say he was an African retainer. But kind of like what the other people in some videos, like specific videos. It's Assassin's Creed, it's Ubisoft. How many times has Ubisoft tweaked historical facts for their own benefits of making money? All the freaking time since Assassin's Creed 1. This is not too surprising for them. I'm not trying to fight fans, and I'm not trying to say historical accuracy cannot be, like, it has to be historical accurate, but like this one guy was saying in his video and other people, specific people were saying in videos, it's Assassin's Creed. It's a video game franchise. They're not about historical accuracy. They're about making money, and also about getting their games to sell. It's an Assassin's power fantasy. That is the whole franchise. There's nothing more I can say about this. I know I went into a tangent about it, but that's kind of what it is. Now, if you want my impressions, just like you haven't heard before, and you can look at other videos too of what everybody else is about Assassin's Creed Shadows. Alright, well, here's my quick opinion, and I guess the score I would give it. And yeah, that's where everybody's coming from. The fans are divided. Am I an Assassin's Creed fan? I was a fan, like, until Assassin's Creed 4, and then I kind of been going off and on, and I'm very selective in Assassin's Creed game I had to play. Sadly, most of the newer ones I'd rather rent than actually play it. It's kind of where I am at this point, but in terms of the trailer, I mean, it's cinematic, it looked gorgeous, it was pretty much the standard fare that we have come to expect from Ubisoft. Ubisoft, you're great at making that Netflix show that I've seen before. I forgot what it was called, Captain Laserhawk? I love that show. That show was freaking awesome. But that's what Ubisoft has come to this point. They're not a video game developer anymore. They are making movies and Netflix shows, apparently. That's what they kind of accumulated to. It's sad, but true. So, when they're showing us the cinematic trailer, where's the gameplay trailer? I mean, yeah, all said and done, the cinematic trailer was pretty cool. I liked it. I like what they're doing with it. I don't care if Yasuke is a black samurai, even though it's not historically accurate. I just want to see the gameplay. Is it going to be fun? Playing a shinobi, Naoe, or Yasuke, a black samurai? That sounds freaking awesome. Find me on that. I'll probably get some dislikes on that, but I don't care. That just sounds actually pretty freaking cool. A shinobi and a samurai? And guys, you know me. I like samurai. Low key. Actually, no, I respect samurais. So anything you get me as samurais, even if it's an Assassin's Creed game, freaking awesome. I'm cool with that. I am absolutely cool with that. I can deal. And you're giving me a shinobi too? Also pretty freaking cool. I like ninjas and samurais, and you're putting them all in one game. I'm completely cool with that. And I can deal. So, that kind of sums it up. So if I have to give the trailer like a kind of subjective, I guess a 7 out of 10. If I had to give it like an official score, until they give us a gameplay trailer, you're just kind of Ubisoft. You're just giving us a trailer. That's all you're giving us. That's all you're giving us, and there's nothing else new. Until we get the gameplay trailer, not really impressed. Now, I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm back. So, what I was trying to look up, and I want to be prepared for this type of video too, is looking at the Assassin's Creed trailer. Alright, how many minutes have I done? I know I've been probably rambling on. Well, 16 minutes. But hey, I'm actually streaming again, so I can take all the time I want. Why not? Alright. So, we know that Assassin's Creed Shadows is coming November 15, like I said. Coming on Xbox Series X and S, as usual, PlayStation 5, Ubisoft Plus, which means you can rent your games. So what we used to have, like renting games, I forgot what it was called back in the day, I don't know. Not Blockbuster, not Hollywood Video, those are gone now. But something else, I forgot what it was called. Was it Gamefly? Doesn't matter. Amazon Luna Max with Apple Silicon via the Mac Epic Store, and as well as Windows PC through the Ubisoft Store and the Epic Game Store. Played 3 days earlier by pre-ordering any premium edition. While the common consensus with all the people who are making pretty much their reaction videos on this, don't pre-order. And I gotta agree. If you're gonna pre-order something, make sure the gameplay is solid and make sure you're getting your money's value. Because if you're pre-ordering just based on the cinematic, no, not a good idea. Not a good idea. You're going to be disappointed as fast as you can say Nosferatu. Had to do something random. So anyway, reading from the website, a new Kree rises. Let the intertwine stories of Nae, an adept shinobi assassin from Ika Providence, and Yasuke, the powerful African samurai of historical legend. He was an African retainer, but for all the historical naysayers, sorry, he's going to be a black samurai in this. Against the backdrop of the turbulent late Sengoku period, this remarkable duo will discover their common destiny as they usher a new era for Japan. Why are they working together? Because in the trailer, it seems like Yasuke is working for Oda Nobunaga. He's working for Nobunaga, and he's torturing Nao's land. But somehow they're working together. I don't know where they found common ground, but okay, whatever. Okay, so explore feudal Japan. Discover the captivating open world of feudal Japan. I'm digging it. I mean, it's Japan. Any chance we get to explore Japan in the open world, I'm all for it. From spectacular castle towns, from bustling ports to peaceful shrines, and pastoral landscapes, adventure through unpredictable weather, changing seasons, and reactive environments. Red Dead Redemption 2, which I'm ironically looking at, they have seasons too, and I freaking love it every time. Yeah, when a video game does seasons, I love it. I love that kind of like dynamic weather system where everything's changing and then the gameplay changes based on the environment. So, Ubisoft, that's a good move, but are you going to commit to it And is it going to be awesome throughout the whole game? Is it going to be consistent? And it changes it up in terms of the gameplay. Because that's a good move. I would like that. Because I remember Assassin's Creed 3 did that, but they didn't commit to it. I'll have to play that game again. I've beaten it. But I think they did a dynamic weather system. That's when they started doing it. And I think they started doing it kind of like after Assassin's Creed. They kept doing it. But not consistently. So, Assassin's Creed focused on a weather system. That just sounds cool. I'm looking at the website too, and if you swipe on whatever device you're using, mobile, like let's just say a tablet device, mobile device, I'm looking at it too. It's like a PowerPoint presentation. You see winter, summer, fall. That's actually creative. I like that. I like that we could actually see the different, how Japan transforms basically on the weather. And it looks gorgeous. I will admit that. It's a good move. Okay, so become a shinobi assassin. As the quick-witted and agile Naui, use noise, light, and shadows to effect detection as enemies respond to their changing surroundings. Distract guards using kunai, shuriken, and smoke bombs. Infiltrate enemy bases with your grappling hook. Parkour skills since the first game. And assassinate your targets with the hidden blade. Since the first game, only no kunai before. And shuriken, okay. Well, I mean, you're playing a shinobi. I mean, those are the tools and that's the trades. And I'm all for that shinobi life. So, hey, I'm cool. And then there's the samurai. Become a legended samurai. As the charismatic samurai Yasuke, strike your foes with brutal precision and power. Use combat-oriented skills to attack, block, parry, and defeat your enemies. Master the vast arsenal of your weapons at your disposal. Featuring katana, okay, I think I'm gonna butcher this. Kanabu, bows, Nakita. Nakita? No, I butchered that. And more to free Japan from its oppressors. And the list goes on. This is going to be weird when I do this through Share Factory, but here we are. So, I hope you guys enjoy me talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows and talking about Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Man, I am all hyped for that. Sadly, I don't have an Xbox Series X or S, but here we are. So, here's where we're actually really talking about the meat and grind. We're talking about the center and the front of what we're actually talking about. Here are the PlayStation Plus games that are coming on, well, I guess May 21st of this month. So, let's actually talk about it. Sony/PlayStation, I'm kind of actually disappointed. I'm kind of just looking at you with my hands clamped together and just looking at you like, what the actual... What? You want to know why I'm disappointed? Let's just go over the list, and I'll tell you why I'm disappointed, and then I'll go into kind of a rant. I mean, it's a good move, but hey, first one, Red Dead Redemption 2. As obviously, this is why I intentionally picked this game to announce the games that are coming on PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium. I know I'm late to the party, but deal with it. This is my channel, so I can put out the videos whenever I want. I want to be consistent, guys. I do. But guess what? Life is busy. When you grow up, life is busy. You don't have time to stream almost every single day. You got responsibilities. And you kind of have to deal with it. So, any chance I get to do it, awesome. But if I can't do it every single day, you gotta deal with it. Anyway, Red Dead Redemption 2. May I say more? It's kind of one of the greats in 2018. Oh, absolutely. There's a reason why Red Dead Redemption 2, or I guess you could call it RDR2, because most people do, won all those rewards. I think it was over 100 Game of Year awards because it is a movie. It is a Western movie, and it deservedly earns all its respects. So you can download it on PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium. I could have sworn this was removed on PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium, like, a little bit before. I think it was kind of removed. I'm probably overthinking it, but yeah. Well, anyway, let's read it. So this is coming on PS4 because apparently they don't have the stones to give us a PS5 version, even though we pretty much put actual money in the PS4 version. But anyway, from the creators of Grand Theft Auto 5, you know, the game that they've been doing since 2013, and they will never do anything else. They'll give you a PS3 version, a PS4 version, and a PS5 version. But won't bloody give us Grand Theft Auto 6 until next year, until fall of next year. So we're actually getting it after dealing with Grand Theft Auto 5 for about 10 plus years. We're finally getting Grand Theft Auto 6. Anyway. And also the Acclaim Red Dead. Okay, well, the Red Dead Redemption 1. I have played and beaten that game. I have put my time in Red Dead Redemption 1, so I can't wait to come back to it because now it's on Rockstar Plus. Well, with Rockstar, I feel like they earned their own subscription at this point, so completely awesome. Yeah. So, Red Dead Redemption 2, if you guys didn't know, since it's been out since 2018, is a sprawling tale of life in America at the dawn of the modern age. You know, where people kill each other like constantly with revolvers, or women were treated as objects. I don't think that's changed much. But what else happened in modern age? You know, was slavery around in that time frame? I mean, it was. There is a lot that happened back in the modern age, but we won't get into the nitty-gritty into it. The end of the Wild West era has begun as lawmen hunt down the last remaining outlaw gangs. Yep. Those who will not surrender or succumb are killed. You know, if they're not killed by bears, poachers, actual raiders, and the lawman, and by disease, like, well, a lot of diseases. Because, you know, modern medicine did not mean jack back in those times, but yeah, yeah, it's not just the lawman, it's everything that could kill you. After a robbery goes badly wrong in the western town of Blackwater, Arthur Morgan, the freaking Giga Chad of Red Dead Redemption, and he deserves it, and the Van der Ling gang are forced to flee. And that is all I'm going to say about that. Red Dead Redemption 2, or RDR2, has been out for, well, I guess now, in 2018, 6 years now. So you get the opportunity to play it and never beat it besides the single player campaign, but you are never going to beat this game. The developers made it this way so it just lasts for 100 hours plus. And even if you put the time, there are unscripted moments that you will never finish the game. It's the Western Elder Scroll, or it's the Western Skyrim. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with it whenever it gets removed from PlayStation Plus Extra Premium. Good luck with that. Gosh, you're never finishing that game. If you do, bravo on you. You madman or madwoman. My gosh. Alright, moving on to the next one. Okay, so Deceive Incorporation, or Deceive Inc., coming on PS5. Go undercover as the world's greatest secret agents in this multiplayer game of social stealth and subterfuge. Disguise yourself as anyone to blend into the crowd, deploy high-tech gadgets to gain the upper hand, and extract the package before competition takes it for themselves. No trick is too dirty when you work for Deceive Inc. I'm going to pass. As much as I am all about stealth, and I do like when stealth does some new things, depending on the game. Like Phantom Doctrine. That is kind of, it's not like stealth, but it deals with a lot of spy and espionage, and I freaking love that game. I want to come back to that game. But anything in terms of this, I'm not interested. That's kind of generally surprised me. Moving on. So, The Sims 4, City Living. That's a thing. That is a thing. The Sim still continues to exist. Well, I played one of The Sims, and I see the appeal. I just could never get into The Sims. Now, if it was like free, which it is, The Sims 4 is free. I don't know. I could never. The Sims never clicked with me. It never did. I tried. I have gave it legit try, but I never could get into it. Even me and my brother played it one time. I think it was Sims 2. I think we argued the entire time that we were actually building a house. I don't know how the heck that happened, but hey, here we are. So, take your Sims to the city and explore everything it has to offer. Wait, in Chicago, Los Angeles, the big cities, or which city? They didn't clarify. From the bustling action outside your door to unique situation that come across or that come only with the apartment living in the Sims 4 city living, explore a densely populated urban city with a fair or variety of neighborhoods, each with their own unique personality. Enrich and grow your Sims by taking them to different festivals all over the city, where they can watch street performers, enter competitions, and meet different walks of life. Okay, so DLC. You're getting DLC, and Sims 4, it's in stars, requires The Sims 4 to play. The Sims 4 is sold separately. And I think, don't quote me on this, that when I checked the PlayStation Store, The Sims 4 is actually free, so you're just getting a free expansion. I just can't get into The Sims, and if there's a request, if I had more subscribers, leave a like, comment, or subscribe, but if I had more subscribers and I was getting a lot of views on my videos, which I am getting a legit one, then yeah, I would probably give The Sims a try if it was a request, but since nobody's asking, no, I don't want to do it. Moving on. Okay, so this is pretty much A-list celebrities or celebrities you have seen in multitude of movies. Crime Boss, Rock K City. This actually was on my radar when I first saw the trailer. Hollywood celebrities just kind of in a Quentin Tarantino Hollywood kind of heist. I was all for it until I saw the reviews. Then it actually looked terrible. Oh, they put this terrible game. Well, they had to. So they could get people to try it out without actually spending their money. So let's read it. Coming on only the PS5. Take on the role of the rising underworld star, Travis Baker, Mike Middleton. Oh, you remember him. Stuck in the middle with you if you've seen that Quentin Tarantino film. As you set your sights on becoming the new king of Rock K City. Basically, New York City. In the solo role-like campaign, you'll employ strategy, firepower to carry out cunning heists and claim turf from rival gang leaders, all while trying to evade capture by the tenacious Sheriff Norris. Yeah, you already know that meme about how Chuck Norris is the toughest guy in terms of that. He's the tough guy. They named their Sheriff Norris. You know, you gotta turn your brains off for this one. I'm gonna play it, of course, because, they have all these celebrities. They have the guy from Lethal Weapon! Danny Glover. Oh yes, I know who he is. Danny Glover. They had Danny Glover, Mike Middleton. I think they had, that one lady, I forgot her name, Danny Trejo. They even have Vanilla Ice. I don't know what that's all about. Well, word to your mother, brother. Anyway, if you see that movie. Anyway. So work with your team of players, handlers, and discover how they each ended up in Rock K City in thrilling flashback episodes. Well, it says missions, but same thing. I kind of want to actually play it. It's going to probably be really bad. The reviews are probably legit, and I've seen a lot of reviews for it. It's not good. So it makes total sense to put it on PlayStation Plus Extra Premium, where a lot of horrible games are actually on there. There are legit games. Legit, excellent masterpiece games like Red Dead Redemption 2, obviously, and Grand Theft Auto 5, obviously. But you're putting a game that is not really received well. It was not received well at all. So here we are. Oh, gosh. Well, anyway, moving on to the next game. The Settlers, New Allies. It's a Ubisoft original, so I don't see that panning out well. Okay, so The Settlers, New Allies is a strategy game with the in-depth build-up experience in real-time strategy battles. Choose among 3 factions. The Alari, the Maru, and the Jorm. Each has a unique look, playstyle, and background story. Experience a story-driven campaign set in the world of the Settlers, or go for the special hardcore mode and its additional challenges. As much as I'm interested in the strategic, or I like strategy genres, this one I'm gonna go ahead and not do. Ubisoft, you're kind of like half and half at this point, like a yin and yang. You give us the good and you give us the bad. But lately, you've been giving us kind of the bad, like a lot, and it was something that we have seen over the years. And unfortunately, Rocksteady's in the same boat too, unless they do another franchise. Man, anyway, well, moving on. Stranded, Alien Dawn. Okay, so this is coming on the PS4, PS5, while the Settlers is coming on PS4. I'm passing that. So, brave a new world in Stranded Alien Dawn, a planet survival sim placing the fate of a small maroon group in your hands. Forge your sword through compelling and immersive strategic gameplay as you make final decisions to protect your survivors from starvation, disease, extreme weather, and more. So, by more, like animals, or what's the limit? Anyway, from basic camps to fortified bases, create a stronghold to defend defenders. Defend the survivors from attack by alien creatures that roam an expansive and daily alien world. I mean, that sounds interesting. I will make a promise. I will go ahead and check it out. I'll probably check out the reviews, and if it looks good, I will probably check it out. Otherwise, I'll probably steer clear of this one. Not on purpose, I just need to check out, do my research, see if it's worth doing. Cat Quest, moving on. What, you really think I was going to actually do it? No, I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it. Now, if my friend actually did it, I'll probably watch a video of it, or his walkthrough. I will not do it. I'm not even going to read it. I saw it, I was like, yep, as the crickets are kind of sewed up. No, absolutely not. Cat Quest 2, moving on. The Lego Movie 2 video game. Moving on. Okay, so they did take this game back, or they did remove it like a while ago, and then now they're just putting it back. I guess because when the games, there are some specific games that were on PS Now, and I have noticed that games that were on PS Now, they do remove, and then they put it back like later on. Or games that were available when PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium were a thing. When they first started, they get taken off, like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and they get put back. So when Assassin's Creed Valhalla gets taken out again, it's just going to be on Ubisoft Plus. So you have plenty of time to finish that game if you don't finish it on PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium. I'm just telling you, you can save money. You don't have to buy Valhalla. I haven't played the actual game, so I can't really give you an opinion if it's actually good or not. Well, anyway, Watch Dogs, PS4. Play as the brilliant hacker Aiden Pierce. Batman hacker, or hacking. He's Batman if he was a hacker, but Batman is a hacker in a sense. Well, sorry, Batman fans. Who's on a hunt for those who hurt his family in this open world. That sounds like classic Batman. Chicago set adventure. You'll be able to monitor, hack all who surround you by manipulating everything connected to the city's network. So if they use a phone, they're absolutely screwed. Their money, their hard-earned money from their bank accounts, it will be hacked and put in the wallets of a guy who wears a jacket with a COVID mask. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist that joke. Using your smartphone, you have real-time control over the city's infrastructure. Trap your enemy in a third-car pileup by manipulating the traffic lights. Actually, that sounds pretty cool. Well, anyway. I'm going to check that one out. I already started a Watch Dogs playlist already, and I started with Watch Dogs 2 because it was my test footage, but now I can actually start from the beginning of the series, and I own Watch Dogs 2 and Watch Dogs Legion, so I have plenty of time to finish those. But luckily, now I have the opportunity to play Watch Dogs 1, finish it, and then I can jump to Watch Dogs 2 at my leisure. So, there's hope. Anyway, To Extreme, coming on PS4 and PS5. This is the premium section now. You know, where they actually do give us legit games from the olden days, or they don't give us legit games. Alright, how many minutes have I been doing? 17 minutes. I've been doing good. Alright. So, snowboard in Japan. Inline skate in Las Vegas? Las Vegas? What? Mountain bike in Africa. Skateboard in Los Angeles. and more in this multi-discipline racing game. Compete in a season of 12 intensely insane courses. Okay, I already did my voice too much. 2 players, split screen racing, 4 levels of difficulty, and create your own player, make 2 extreme rush. Okay, so a snowboarding slash mountain biking. So this is Riders Republic. I'm sorry. This technically came out way before Riders Republic, but it's another kind of multifaceted sports game where you can ride everything known to man. That sounds interesting, but I'm going to skip on that. I already have Riders Republic and other Ubisoft related sports games like that, so no, I'm good. Or I guess the crew too, also. Moving on. G-Police. I wish you put more idea into your title, developer, but okay. Prowl the skylines in your weapon-loaded Dasa Kamov. Kamov? Gunship as the member of the G-Police. Sounds like something from B-list territory. Tear between, around, and under obstacles like skyscrapers and bridges with 360 flight as you battle menacing rebel ships in the air and heavily armed vehicles on the ground across 35 strategic combat and flight missions. I'm passing. No, sorry. And Worms Pinball. Also on PS4 and PS5. Prepare for an action-based pinball simulation of pure Wormage. I remember the Worms series. I didn't really care for it too much. I saw it and I didn't care. Okay, so Worms Pinball offers a table sporting 3D LED display, sub-games, and Pearl objectives, transparent ramps, and user-controllable moving gadgets, bounce and flip, passes, Bane backs, death saves, and much more. It's paintball with Worms, the Worms franchise. No one... Alright, well, here's my whole thoughts about it. This... Sony! PlayStation Plus, Sony, or PlayStation. Both, technically. Where's your balls at? I'm legit asking, where's your balls at? I mean, like, what happened to the games that you gave us on PlayStation Plus Essential? I get it. You're making room for the bigger titles. You're really not. But you're making room to put more games like Netflix. And I get the whole approach of taking the Netflix approach. That is exactly what you've been doing since, well, I guess 2022, since this whole thing started. But where are your balls at? Why won't you give us... I'm okay with indie titles. Like Prometheus. Prometheus? I'm okay when you give us indie titles. It actually expands my horizons. I'm completely okay with indie titles, especially if they were really solid. But if you just kind of give us like crap-filled games or games that were released years ago, then we're not getting our money's worth. We're just getting the games that we got years ago. You're just putting it on PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium, knowing that these are the games that we don't have time to grind. Like Red Dead Redemption 2? Oh yeah, absolutely. I am all team Red Dead Redemption 2 yeah, absolutely. Give me that. I'm cool with that. But the fact that you only gave like one triple title and then gave us a crappy game called Rocket, where's your balls at? That's all I'm going to say. I mean, yes, you did give us a lot of games in July of 2022. We are the consumer. Completely understand. We are the consumer. That is what we're literally paying for. A Netflix subscription, but PlayStation. It was a good move to combine PS Now and PlayStation Plus Essential, and just to kind of give us the option for tiers. I agree with that. What I don't agree with is you are holding back the kind of like, why don't you do the Xbox Game Pass approach, where they give us day one games, like Senua Saga, Hellblade 2, and you have it for a very good chunk of time before they give you a trial period, like a long trial period. That's where Xbox Game Pass is winning, and I know I'm probably being like, I guess being butthurt since I am basically, Team PlayStation. I wouldn't consider myself like Team PlayStation. I go where the quality is, and Nintendo is kind of where the quality is. They, at least with Nintendo, they are being consistent, even though they had a crappy Wii U. Their games with the Nintendo Switch has been pretty chef's kiss, and I've seen some pretty solid games. And they don't just try to kind of BS you about it. They just give you they do the Nintendo Switch Online for titles that you played when you were a kid or nostalgic value. And you know what? That's completely okay. But for the kind of modern gamers now, like Xbox Game Pass or PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium, at least with Game Pass, you're getting a day one game, and it will be available for a while. You probably won't finish it, especially if it's a game called Persona 3 or the Persona games. At least you have the opportunity to play a new game, and you're getting your money's worth. You're paying a lot, but you're getting your money's worth. And so I go back to my kind of discussion and my mini rant. This is my mini rant! PlayStation, give us a day one game besides indie titles. Give us an actual a AAA or first party title. I think you guys have the money. I think with all the money you're losing with Helldivers 2 and Stellar Blade because of the stupid decision you're doing, I think you have money to spend if you are pumping out games like Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War Ragnarok, and Helldivers 2, which, mind you, when you're reading the reports, and I don't need to tell you guys if you're a gamer or if you've been reading the news or Googling or social media, Helldivers 2 has got a large fan base, and it's making a solid money. And the whole PSN linking requirement, that is completely stupid. It is stupid. I don't... What? What? I don't... Okay, that controversy, but I'm not the guy to go into, like, controversy like that. I'm the guy to just do video game walkthroughs and keep it simple. Simple as that. That is simple. But when you don't give us the quality and give us only quantity, and you don't kind of, like, commit to that, of what you were trying to present to us when you first introduced PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium, of course you are going to lose subscribers because people are not getting their money's worth. You're just giving us games from years ago, or you're not giving us new games. You gave us Day of the Diver. Oh, cool! You gave us Day of the Diver. I'm completely happy with that. But you don't give us it consistently. Unlike well, yeah. I might be pretty much Team Xbox at this point, but you know what? That's a good decision. Xbox Game Pass giving us day one editions, that's a pretty smart move. So, PlayStation, you're going to continue to lose subscribers. I mean, it's no sugarcoating. And I'm just like, I'm a small fry, probably to other, like, big YouTube streamers, but let's just call it for what it is. Sony, PlayStation, you're going to continue to lose subscribers until you actually have the stones or the balls to actually drop AAA titles. If you drop AAA titles, then you'll do it. It doesn't have to be consistently, but if you just pump them out every time, like consistently, then yeah, you're going to get more subscribers, or you're going to get people who are going to be so curious to try it out that they're going to be happy about it. That's kind of my mini rant. You're going to lose subscribers, but you know why? Because you got to have money. And that's kind of the end of my PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium coming on May. I know, I did a mini rant. That's kind of not like me. No, it is totally like me. But, I mean, that's what PlayStation and Sony needs to do. And I like how some videos and some of those big YouTube streamers actually say it. The only way to convince these kind of like corporate bigwigs or the corporate is to don't buy their product. You know how to get their attention? Take your wallet away from them. Don't give them your money. And I don't have to be the one to tell you this. You guys already know this. If you're pretty much a grown-up or a young adult, or you've been looking at the video game community, or if you're not a gamer, you're just a casual gamer, or just someone in general, you know that the video game community is in an interesting spot. And by interesting spot, I mean the developers are greeting, give us incomplete games, DLC, battle passes out the hoo-ha. Oh man. But am I depressed at where the video game community, not the video game community, where video games have gone in general? I'm not depressed about where they're going. I think at a time where pretty much Super Mario Brothers to where we're at now, or sorry, if we're going to really be specific, in the game upon to where we're at now, I think we have some pretty good quality of life features that would not be available back in the past. But I think we also took a lot of like left turns, if you know what I'm saying, to get to this point of battle passes and memes, but mostly battle passes. I don't. I'm okay with Fortnite's memes. Hey, Fortnite has a strong following. Respect to that. What I don't appreciate is that there are battle passes even for single player stuff. But I digress. I feel like we're being a dead horse. I am not the first person to talk about this. I'm not. Like, if I'm being truthfully, this is something that has been brought up in some other videos too, and that's completely fair. So the fact that I'm saying this too is I'm not trying to be like everyone else. I'm just kind of also giving my 2 cents and my opinion about it. My opinion is not completely factual, no, but there are some stuff that you guys can obviously read in articles and definitely pay attention of where it's going. But the point I'm actually trying to make before I kind of go into another ramble, Sony, PlayStation, please give us first-party titles. It's okay to do Dave the Diver and that. I'm completely okay with that. Indie game, okay, cool. And I'll still continue, despite what I said, I'm still going to continue to continue to pay the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium. I'm still going to continue it. That hasn't changed. Because this does save a lot of money, and it does actually get me to play some indie games I would never normally play. But I could see why you are continuing to lose subscribers. Give them first-party titles. Give us God of War Ragnarok. That would be a good move. I already bought it, but that would be a good move for anybody who doesn't want to buy it. Okay. I think I have taken a lot of your time. And because of Shield Factory, this is probably going to be a long video, more than usual, but I have to talk about Assassin's Creed Shadows. There's no way I was not talking about Assassin's Creed Shadow. And there's no way I was not talking about the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium. So, here's going to be the schedule, because I haven't had a chance to talk about it. I've been pretty busy last week, and we'll do the best we can. And it's going to be tentative. And I have to say tentative, because my life is busy. So, for today, finishing the 2 shortest games. And if we have time to play Ashen and a little bit of Final Fantasy VIII, more power to me. But if I can't, hey, those are long games, and I'll probably end up buying them later down the road, or maybe they'll be available on PlayStation Plus Essential years later. But for now, we're focusing on I Am Dead, and I'm going to say tentative because it depends on how busy my life is at this moment, and it is always busy. So, I Am Dead, and the other one we're going to be focusing on is My Friend Pedro, because those are 2 short games. I can finish those. But, like the Messenger, Ashen, and Final Fantasy VIII, and the other Final Fantasy, I'm definitely not finishing before May 21st. I laughed about it because it's a JRPG. Oh gosh, no freaking way I'm finishing that. Even on the shortest Final Fantasy game. No. So, I had to, unfortunately, let it go. I had to let it go. And just like the Darksiders series, apparently all of it's going, even Darksiders Genesis, which I enjoy too. That'll be a game I guess I'll eventually get in the future too. So, yeah. So if you don't see a whole lot of content or me trying to finish like games, it's because there's so many of them leaving that I just did not have the time to do it. So hopefully the games that are leaving on June of 2023 are not significant games, or games that I actually like that I have to rush to play them and it takes a lot of my time. If it's a JRPG, no. GG, I'm not gonna do it. No, absolutely not. I'll work on the shorter games and then give my review video if I can, but other than that, really, yeah, it's a very simple schedule. And Sunday is going to be tentative, but most likely probably won't stream. Monday will also be tentative too, so we'll just say that. But I really do want to get back to my mini project, the alphabetical orders, and then I'll tell you the reason why I've been doing the kind of like multiple T as in Tangle, S as in Sam, and so on. And I'll explain at the end. Kind of like I did and when I first did it the first time. This is my second go around, and I'm never doing it again. Oh man, I will never do it again. But it was fun to do. but it's a very long process. But other than that, yeah, I'll leave this with you. And another kind of acknowledgement to Sony and PlayStation, even though I'm a kind of a small fry. Yeah, they're not gonna listen to this video. They're too busy making money, and they're gonna just move on to the next kind of video, or just not even look at the video. They're just gonna look at their social media, and kind of go like doing selfies or whatever not rich people, corporate bigwigs do. Let's just go what Sony and PlayStation executives do. So, PlayStation, that you've probably been told by Reddit and other social media and everything else. Give us AAA titles. Have I repeated that long enough? Have I said that too many times? Give us AAA titles. It's not hard. You have the money. You have the budget. Give us AAA titles, or give us like games that are release it on day one on the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium. And if you have to raise your prices, don't do it. Don't freaking raise your prices. Yeah, one thing you need to do is just go ahead and do it. You have the money. We're already paying $70 for a game called Stellar Blade on PS5 titles. The economy is kind of in the tank as it is just to buy a game. People just don't have the opportunity, or maybe they don't have the finances to buy that. Or even if you do have the finances, games are not exactly cheap. Again, I feel like I'm being another dead horse about that. That is something that I feel like it has been done. And no, I'm not tired and all that. I'm just kind of giving my 2 cents about it too. But Sony and PlayStation are not going to change. That's the fact of the matter. And Xbox is no saints either. No, I know they're doing probably something like, oh, I've got to have that money. And Nintendo is no different too. That is kind of what video games are about now. The video game developers are now. Incomplete game, battle passes, making money. That's the gist of it. Okay, so I think I topped your ear off long enough. Let's get back to actual what I'm doing. Video game walkthroughs. So, of course, have a link. You can leave a... Wait, did I say have a link? I meant to say leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Tongue-tied. Alright, move on to the next video.